Today on the Messy Garage, we've arrived at a decision, or at least part of one. So welcome back to the Messy Garage, and I'd done a video earlier about how I had both a Milwaukee angle grinder that I bought like within 24 hours of buying a Hercules one that was on sale for 50 bucks down from 99. This is a little bit more with a 5 amp hour battery, which I may or may not return for cash. Out of pocket, this is like 120 bucks with the returning the battery deal that was in, which is a great deal. 179 with the battery, that I have a bunch of Milwaukee batteries already. But anyway, the key piece here for me, the reason I'm deciding to keep this one for sure, and I'm kind of debating on whether to keep the more powerful Hercules that's corded but way more powerful. I mean, on one hand, it's kind of quote-unquote only 50 bucks, but I've lived this long without one angle grinder. I'm not sure I could justify keeping $50 worth of a second one in my, closet where all my power tools live. They don't get used much, and where this one will probably live, for that matter. So I'm going to unbox it real quick, but I think the net of it for me, the reason I'm choosing to keep this one, despite its, significantly more money than the $50 more powerful one with a cord, is exactly the fact that it does not have a cord. I think at 11 amps claimed power, and the torque test channel tested this one to something closer to like 10.5. The rapid stop, which I think is a big safety plus. Speeds, some people say, oh, I never use the speed control. If I'm going to do something like, use a flap disc on wood and things like that to control how much material is being removed, and for that matter, how fast you wear out things like flap and grinding discs, I think adjustable speed is worth it. I could have saved a few more bucks and bought the next model down, the 2880. But I think this, for the control, just exactly what it's claiming here, essentially, those are the reasons I'm keeping this for sure, and still kind of debating on whether or not I keep the Hercules in a box for $50, and I don't know, maybe I'll give it as a present to one of my buddies, or use it if the need ever arises. But I'm kind of convincing myself that, despite the fact it's a monster deal, and for a highly rated Hercules, I need this and what it does more than I need the life with a cord and the extra power. So give me just a second to do some cooking school magic here. We'll do a quick unboxing along with that news. I shouldn't speak too soon maybe, but I have to say it doesn't seem like it's going to be too hard to get in here, and fitting I'm using the Milwaukee Fastback, which I love. And I've got, come on, man. Normally I've got it better set than that, but these are handy. I have them spread all over the garage and the house. So, the one-handed wonder. So this is the tool-only box. Usually when you see that 20 thing on the end of the part number, let's not make a mess with my coffee. That's what you're getting. Do some one-handed innovation here. So it is not tool-free, although people seem to say that with this grinder and others, you can just kind of snug them with your hand, like spin them on. I'm not that trusting. So, lots of stuff for the recycling pile. But the good news is it's very recyclable. I went with paddle. I like the idea of having, all the control, and if I drop it, or, that the spin down is going to happen instantly as it falls from my hand, basically, or I unlatch it. There is this safety, which is pretty nice. You just kind of sneak up on the black switch, push it forward, and operate the paddle. Side handle, which I will be using never won a damn thing. You know, one more for the pile of documentation, although I will read it. I'm realizing lately that the RTFM thing really is kind of important. Alright, so that's it for the box. So the only other important thing that came out of here are the covers. Now this is kind of an interesting deal from Milwaukee. I might need a second hand to take it off. But this is kind of the cover. Oh, there you go. Like grinding and things like that. You have kind of this open face. But, you know, where you're really moving a lot of material and need to protect yourself a little more, you just snap this on top. And of course, this goes here. I'm one of these guys who's always going to use this. You know, I'm an older guy. And by the way, I'm going to wear hearing protection and a big old faceplate. If it can go wrong, it's going to go wrong with me. And this guy who's used a lot of tools and done a lot of things with loud music and all kinds of stuff over the years. You know, now in my mid-50s-ish, I regret not wearing hearing protection because now I have hearing aids. And I'm lucky enough to be able to afford them, but, you know, not a great thing if you can avoid it. So anyway, so that's a quick look at the unboxing of the Milwaukee 2888-20. This is the 4.5 plus that will take bigger discs. Angle grinder with the variable speed and the quick stop. So hopefully that was useful. I will try to let you know when I get to the project. That kind of had me thinking about angle grinders, and I'll give you some thoughts on how well it works for me. But until then, stay messy.